Hey, welcome to the channel. This week we're going to have a look through our entire Michelangelo collection. If you enjoy this video, you might want to catch up on the other brothers that we've already uploaded. We've already got Raph, Leo and Donnie up on the channel. I'll stick some links in the description below. Today we're focusing on Mikey. So let's have a look through the collection, see how this character has evolved and how the toys have changed through the various generations. Hopefully by the end you've got a really good overview as to this portion of our TMNT collection. Right, without further ado, let's get cracking. So I usually try and do this in some kind of chronological order. Not necessarily in terms of the release of the figure, but more in terms of the version of Mikey that it portrays. So if we work on that basis and we start in the left hand corner, you can see here we've got two versions of the very earliest Michelangelo character. This is the Playmates figure that was released for the 40th anniversary, showing that original sort of sketch Michelangelo. And then behind it, we've got one of the NECA knockoff sort of original turtles, which again harks back to the very, very first sort of comic book. So after that initial sort of comic book line, the next big event turtle-wise was obviously the cartoon, the original Fred Wolf cartoon. And here we've got NECA's version of that, Mikey. And in the back corner, we've got Playmates equivalent of that cartoon Michelangelo. Now those cartoons obviously spawned the original figures. I don't have at the moment a loose Michelangelo. I have actually got one coming, but at the moment I've not got a loose original Michelangelo. So this is the Super 7 equivalent of that figure. So that sort of represents that era. And then of course behind we've got the awesome 1990 movie version of Mikey by NECA, one of my favourite figures. So after that sort of early original sort of heyday of the Turtles, we then had the reboot in 2003, and that brought with it a whole host of Mikeys. These are just a few that I've got. So I've got Mikey as the Turtle Titan. I've got, this is sort of the Mystic Mikey. You've got this one is where he's on his skateboard. It is down there. And then we've got Mikey on his motorcycle as well. At the back, we've got the original 2003 Michelangelo, and then the slight variant of that, which is this one here with the slightly greater articulation. And then we've got the fast forward Mikey, which is one of the later ones from that sort of era, along with this little Diddy one that I got in a little bundle. So then after that, 2003, we've got 2007 Mikey with his skateboard and a variant of him behind with the gold armour. So after 2007, we've got the 2012 version of Michelangelo. This is the battle shell version of the figure, which was the closer one to the show. And there's a little miniature one here that I picked up at a car boot sale recently. Not sure what that goes with. There's loads of variants. You've got the Super Ninja Mikey here. You've got the Ooze Chuckin' Mikey with his backpack on. 2012 Mikey as the Macho Man in the WWE crossover. This is the original Michelangelo figure. And this is the Mystic Michelangelo. This is Mikey in training as a sort of top. And then in the back here we've got, this is another variant, comes in a double pack. This is the Dimension X one without any of his accessories. And this one at the back here is the Mutations one, where you can pull the arms and legs and that off. And then finally in this corner we've got three figures from Rise of the TMNT, the original Michelangelo, the one that comes with the shell hog, and then this little weird stamper Mikey that I got in a bundle. At the back we've got the two Michael Bay movie Mikeys, probably my least favourite versions. This is the one from the first movie, and this is the one from Out of the Shadows. And finally we've got the Mutant Mayhem Michelangelos. This is the original figure, and then we've got him with his costume at the front here. So that is almost all of the loose Michelangelos that we own. I do have one more, which I will just quickly show you before we look at our boxed and carded figures. So this is the only figure that wouldn't fit on the shelf. This is Hot Rod Mikey. You see this is complete. Nice display piece, this one. And yet another variant from that 2012 line that gave us so many different versions of Michelangelo. Right, so that was all of our loose Michelangelo figures. Now we're going to go through all the carded ones. I've got George with me to help. He's my youngest son, and Michelangelo's his favourite turtle. So we're going to go through these together. So the first two you're looking at here are re-releases of those original 1988 Michelangelos. We've got one from 2013, which is this one. And this one here is 2021. Same figure, but obviously different packaging. Okay, so what have we got next, George?
So we've got Storage Shell Michelangelo and Toon Mike.
So this is not dissimilar to the original figure, but the shell at the back obviously opens up and you can store all his weapons. He's got a few different weapons and accessories. And then of course, Toon Mike is supposed to be closer to the actual cartoon version of the turtle. And again, you've got quite a nice little bundle of accessories. We do have a little feature with this one, which is he's got his tongue that moves up and down. There you go. So the next lot here, we've got one from the Sewer Sports All-Stars. I like this one because it comes with this cool skateboard. And then we've got Movie Star Mike, which is meant to represent the ones from the 1990, sort of 91 theatrical release films. You can definitely see the difference between the style on this compared to the more cartoony ones. Right, we've got one more from this sort of era.
So we've got Super Mike, that I think is very cool. Like, he has a star on the belt and the T on his chest. And I like that, his shield kind of looks a bit like Captain America's shield, actually.
It does a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, these are great figures, these Sewer Heroes ones. This came in a box set of 4, and these are really cool. Right, let's see what else we've got. Okay, so next up we've got some of the figures from the 2003 collection. First up, we've got the original Michelangelo on the left-hand side here. I do like these 2003 versions. A bit more gritty than some of the ones that followed, and certainly more so than the original ones that we just seen. Still get some nice accessories and whatnot with them. So this is, say, the original Michelangelo, and over here we've got Thrashing Mike, who comes with his skateboard. Quite a few Michelangelos with skateboards. Okay, and then we've got this space hopping Michelangelo, which has got him in his entire sort of astronaut gear. This is quite cool, isn't it, George? Quite different.
Yeah, I like that you can take his helmet on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a cool space gun as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah, that is great. Yeah.
There he is on the back. So that's all we've got in the 2003 line for Michelangelo. So we're still sort of really just starting to build this part of the collection, but 3 nice figures there. Not long after the 2003 series was made, we got the CGI TMNT movie. Now again, I don't have too many figures from this line, but I do have an Alien Hunter Mike, which is quite cool. This one does come with some really unique accessories. Still got the sort of nunchucks, but they're more sort of space sort of nunchucks. Really cool helmet as well. Right, so next up we've got the 2012 figures. This is one of the lines that I've got probably the most for. Starting out, we've got on the left-hand side the very, very first Michelangelo from this line. This one doesn't look that much like the character in the TV show, because I think at this point they'd perhaps not quite finalised the style or whatever. Looks a lot meaner than what we see on the show. Interestingly, on the other side, we've got the Battle Shell version, which was released a little after, and they did change the head sculpts quite a bit. So this one looks a lot more like the Turtles in the show, as does things like the knee pads and the feet and things like that. So we can see the window at the back, which shows the Battle Shell feature. Pretty cool. So these two are Stealth Tech Michelangelo, which comes with a whole load of cool sort of tech equipment. Do like this particular figure. One of my sort of favourite versions of Michelangelo. And then on the right we've got
Ooze chucking Mikey.
Okay, what can you tell me about him?
He has I think it's like a big ooze holder, like a big a big version of a canister sort of.
Yeah, like a catapult on his back.
Yeah, and I like his like construction vest. I think it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
And I also like the packaging, because it has all 4 turtles on the side.
Yeah, it's a good point actually. So these earlier figures all came in the purple backed packaging, where like say you've got the turtles down one side. They're quite an irregular shape. They changed them after a while, and you'll see in a minute how the packaging altered. So the last 2 figures on the purple backed cards are Mikey the Elf from the live action role play episode. He's got his bow and arrow, his sort of costume, and his hat, which has the pretend elf ears on it. And on the right hand side,
we've got Mikey, and also we've got Raphael.
Yep.
Mikey, I like that he's like in toddler version because he's like small, and you can see how like small their shells were then.
Yeah, so these were released in twin packs. In this occasion, we got Raphael and Michelangelo, and the other ones obviously got Leonardo and Donatello. They're quite nice little figures, described as ninjas in training. So these next 2 figures of the 2012 line are on the slightly different backed cards, where you've got the picture of Michelangelo. They're a little bit larger. On the left hand side, we've got the repaint of Mikey. So this is sort of based on the original first release, but you've got the eyeballs and you've got the colourful knee pads and elbow pads, which is a little bit different. On the right hand side, we've got head dropping Michelangelo, which George is now going to demonstrate.
How it works is you push his head in, and then you pull his legs, and then his head pops back up. It's like he's like coming out of his shell.
Yeah, very cool. So that's quite a unique feature. Next up, we've got Mystic Michelangelo on the left hand side here. That's come up with some quite unique weapons and slightly different style. Really nice line, this one. And on the right hand side, we've got tongue popping Mikey.
And what this does, it has a little lever on the back, or sort of like rolly lever, and if you pull it down, then the tongue will come up.
Very good. Next up, we've got Spyline Mikey on the left hand side, and we've got Shadow Ninja Mikey on the right hand side. These are sort of 2 figures that, again, you've got different features. With Spyline Mikey, it's got this sort of zip line action effect, which is quite cool. This is the only one I've got from that line. These must have been sort of quite late, I should imagine, coming out. And on the other side, with Shadow Ninja Colour Change Mikey, he's got a particular feature as well. What does he do, George?
So if you pour hot or cold water on him, he'll go, as you can see on the picture, he'll go, he won't have these markings, or he will have the markings.
Ah, cool. There you go. So yeah, quite unique little features for these 2. Some of the most creative ones that I've found from this line are the ones that came out under the Tales of the TMNT banner. Here we've got Samurai Mikey on the left and Super Ninja Mikey on the right. Really nice twists on these. The Samurai Mikey comes with some cool samurai armour and some unique weapons and helmet and stuff. Reminiscent a little bit of the 3rd live action movie from the early 90s. And on the right, the Super Ninja Mikey, I think all the detail on him is really cool, isn't it, George? With all the sort of the paint work and everything on him, all sort of the black, really does make him look quite menacing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the style of those. Very cool.
Yeah.
The last of the Tales one is this werewolf Mikey on the left hand side here. Very, very cool figure. And then on the right hand side, we've got the Dimension X version of Michelangelo, which comes with all the space gear. It's the second space version of Mikey we've seen today, isn't it, George?
Yeah. And he's got like two sort of gun knives.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they are. What are they called? Just says nunchucks on here, but they're definitely not nunchucks, are they? Okay, cool. There are a couple of sets put out by Playmates during this line that were twin packs. Here you can see you've got the combat pack on the left-hand side, which has got Fish Face in a different colour, and Mikey with different coloured accessories and knee pads and whatnot. They did a couple of these, just a Leonardo one and a Michelangelo one. Now on the right we've got Mikey with Rocksteady, and again this is a sort of slightly different style. So Rocksteady's got a repaint, and Michelangelo's got a different outfit, similar to the Hot Rod Mikey that you'll see in a second. And again, they only did 3 of these. Unfortunately, Donatello didn't get a twin pack, which is a shame.
We've got Mutations Mix and Match Mikey. He's got, I think, a metalhead leg.
Yep, looks like it.
He's got his arm can come off. I think his head can come off.
It does.
Well. And I think there's another leg here.
Yeah, you get spare parts for this one, so you can mutate and make all sorts of creatures. If you look on the back there, he's got bits from all sorts of different characters. Okay, good. There we go. Almost forgot this one. Only picked it up recently, and this is the Hot Rod Radical Road Racer, which does come with, again, an exclusive Mikey, which is similar to the one we saw in that twin pack, but he's got a little helmet on his head. So yeah, this is quite a nice little box set that came from this particular line. As you saw earlier on the video, we've got this already out loose.
So here we've got the Ninja Superstars, Michelangelo as the Macho Man.
Oh, there he is on the side. Quite cool. So there we go. I think that is everything from the 2012 line. We almost forgot this original comic book Michelangelo, which did come out around the time of the 2012 figures, as you can see from the purple back card and that, but was actually brought out to look like the old school Michelangelo from those early sort of 80s comics. They did a sort of a line of these, one of each turtle, and you do get some of the original style sort of artwork on the back, which is pretty cool. So that's that one. After the 2012 series, we had the 2 live action Michael Bay style films, didn't we? The original one, and then the Out of the Shadows sort of sequel. These are the 3 Michelangelos from those lines. Certainly not my favourite ones. They do look a bit like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but nevertheless we've got them in the collection. The one on the left is from the original movie, the first one, the 2014, and then in the centre you've got the main figure from the Out of the Shadows sequel, and then this one here is a kind of quirky Michelangelo in a pirate costume. I'm not quite sure what the deal is with that one, but it is quite unique. I've not had a Michelangelo pirate version before, so that's quite cool. Okay, so these are 2 figures from Rise of the TMNT, which came out in 2018. The first one on the left is the original figure, Michelangelo, the wild card. Comes with his skateboard and a load of other accessories that are sort of translucent. Quite small these are in comparison to most of the TMNT figures. And on the right hand side, they did go to lengths of releasing the Battle Shell versions, which, like the old school ones, they open up. You can see through the back and store stuff in their shells.
So here we've got, on the left, we've got the original Michelangelo from Mutant Mayhem. He has both his nunchucks down the side and before he became a mutant. And then we've got his weapon rack down there. Got pizza, the ooze canister.
In the centre we've got Beach Bum Mikey with his sort of chilled out beach gear and his hat and his guitar. And on the end
we've got Michelangelo as a turtle tot with his mini nunchucks, and we've also got Raphael with his size, and you can see that they both turn down the middle, so you can like turn them.
Yeah. Along with those main carded Mutant Mayhem figures, we've also got a few other sets. This is the Mikey and Leatherhead battle pack. They're similar to the main figures, but you do get some little battle damage paint detailing on them. They do come with a little background which you can actually connect together to make a sort of a scene if you want to for display. Pretty cool. And then on the right hand side here we've got the Making of a Ninja set, which has got 3 different Michelangelos. What have you got in there, George?
So we've got while he's like sort of becoming a mutant, when he's a turtle top mutant,
Yep.
and then when he's a fully grown ninja mutant.
And these are quite different because they actually glow in the dark, so they are sort of translucent, so a little bit different to normal. And nice little sets, these. I also picked up these SDCC boxed turtle figures. These are slightly more detailed, sort of paint-wise, than the original releases, and they do come in these quite cool little individual boxes, one for each figure. There you go. You see you've got a lot more paint detail on his knee pads, on his shell, and even the nunchucks have got a little bit extra paint wash on the handles to make them look a bit more detailed. So yeah, these are pretty cool. After that Mutant Mayhem film, we had the Tales of the TMNT TV show. That brought us the Mutations Mix and Match figures. This is the Michelangelo one. So this is again where you can pull the arms, the legs, the heads and so on off and switch them around to make different creations. And this one over here is actually to do with the Mutants Unleashed video game. And this is Mikey in his regular high school stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
The last few bits and bobs are just sort of random figures that don't necessarily go with one particular set. 2 here that are boxed. We've got on the left hand side the original sketch Michelangelo. This was released for the 40th anniversary of the TMNT last year, and it's sort of meant to mimic that very first picture that Eastman and Laird put together with the 4 turtles. On this right hand side we've got one of the Ninja Elite figures. I'm not quite sure what Playmates are doing with this series, but this is a Mikey in disguise, sort of looking similar to Raphael from the main 1990 movie, although I don't remember Mikey ever wearing this during that movie. I know they wore it in the cartoon, but there you go, a bit of a curiosity. So again, you've got that one. This is Pizza Tossing Mike, which is a re-release of one of those original figures from the early lines. This is the 1990 movie Michelangelo from Playmates, so they're a little bit taller than the average TMNT figures. They do come in these sort of slightly larger packs. And we've got the comic book series Michelangelo in black and white. This was another 40th anniversary release. Came in a 4-pack with 4 collector cards and a little comic book as well. Pretty cool. This does show Michelangelo with the classic red bandana, but otherwise in all sort of black and white. In the back you've got the very first image from that issue number 1 of TMNT. Okay, so that's all of our Michelangelo figures. We've gone through the loose ones, the carded ones, the box ones. I think we've covered everything, haven't we, George?
Yeah, I think we have.
Good. Thank you ever so much for watching. You'll find on the channel the Raphael, Donatello and Leonardo ones. I'll stick a link in the description below for those. Have a great week and hopefully see you in a week or so's time with the next update. Take it easy.
We've got the one on the right, which is...
That's the left.
No. I can't... It's because I'm used to doing the right now. I'm used to doing the right. We've got the one on the right, which is Michelangelo. I said it again! I can't do that.
Okay. Ready?
What should I do?
Just look a bit happier than the last time. Like this. That's the camera there. So you're looking at that bit.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Wait, how?
With your eyes, normally.
No, I know, but how do I like?
I don't know how you like, really. Right. We do videos about once a week, and it's under my eyes. Oh, crying out loud.